Karibuni, karibuni. Thank you so much. Honorable members, together with Director Firstchoice and members of public from the gallery. Welcome back to this session. You remember before we went for a health break. There are documents that we had received, and I want us to pick it from there as we proceed. To interrogate this matter. Honorable members, the documents that were given includes a summary report. In fact, it's a summary report of the issues raised or the intended address to the summon that we gave to Madam Judy. Honorable members, I want to welcome you so that you respond to those documents before we proceed. Once again, thank you, Madam Judy, and your counsel for the submission of those documents. I hope it will be sufficient enough for the committee to interrogate. Honorable members, I'm giving this chance to you so that you react to the documents as received. Thank you. Honorable Mary Goretti.
Okay, thank you, Chair. My question will go to the report, the FIFA report that is here with us from Firstchoice. I want to believe that this report was derived or retrieved from a data that you have. Kindly allow me to ask on one-on-one.
It's okay, it's okay.
I want to believe that this...
Order. Madam Judy, you know, the request as given by Honorable Mary Goretti to ask one-on-one, so it limits me on how I should moderate, but be guided that you will be able to answer to her issues one-on-one.
That's fine, Chair.
Thank you. Please proceed on, Madam Honorable Goretti.
Thank you, Chair. My question is that, Madam Judy, I want to believe that this information that is a report that you've given was retrieved from the data that you have, and the only thing that you now I want you to tell us, was it from the data that you have, this report?
Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you. Secondly, I want to say that you said that you had a total number for different cadres in terms of employment to different security firms. Are you able to give the names of those that you've given? For example, in the first one, you said you managed to deploy 827, which are actually given in different security firms. For example, today, are you able to tell us the 189 who are actually deployed to European security services? Would you be able to tell us who they are?
Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, I can be able to tell. But in terms of their names and identity, I still stand guided because I cannot disclose. But I have all the demands from the company, and most of them, they had gone for a short period of contract and they're back in the country. So, I have around 109 who have stayed for a long-term contract, which will expire in the next 2 years to come.
Okay, that's all there. You said you cannot, because you cannot disclose. Okay, would this committee be wrong, Madam Judy, to say that you went ahead to violate the Constitution by not registering first with the data protection, which could actually protect you right now? Shall we be wrong to say you went against the law or the requirements for one to acquire any data from the public? It is one-on-one to Judy. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member, for that question. I don't think I've gone wrong, because when I'm...
Yes, what is it? You know, you are interrupting Madam Judy when she is diligently trying to answer that question.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I believe that we understood from the beginning that my role...
Address this as Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair, thank you. Yes, as we agreed from the beginning, that my intervention will be on issues of procedure and issues of law. I believe that that question is something that would invite my intervention, considering that what my client is being asked now is actually an issue outside the summon before us. Now we are venturing into issues about my client and the data commissioner. I don't think it would be anything right to
Sustained.
take it
Sustained. Honorable Mary Goretti, please confine yourself to...
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
I want to believe whatever we are saying was among the issues that we had required from her to provide us with the data of those who she was able to assist. That was a requirement from the committee. And she said she cannot provide the same data because it is private and confidential. Maybe to the legal counsel, I will ask you a very simple question. For you to practice law as a legal counsel, are you required to register with the same department before you do any legal activities? Is that a requirement, or you just graduate and you continue? Thank you. Legal counsel should answer.
Yes, legal counsel. I wanted that matter to rest, and I really wanted that matter to rest. It's okay. Counsel. We have students of law who are yet to be given practicing certificate, right? Now, do they practice? or until they get the certificate. I think that so that we are here.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members. Unfortunately, I think we are getting into a very dicey situation. I'm sorry with how my speaker is positioned. In terms of that question, because we may need to define what practice is, in terms of what an advocate can do, what a lawyer can do, what an intern can do, and all that. Yes, an intern in my office is allowed to draft documents and do whatever else I can do, but then they may not be allowed to sign some documents. So it depends on the level. But let me understand it from to practice as an advocate, probably in a court of law. Yes, you cannot be allowed to practice as an advocate in a court of law.
Thank you. That's enough. That's enough.
Don't lead him to what is enough. Other members. So I want to pick that one. And you've said that for you, and please understand us. We are not lawyers. Please understand us. So you are telling this on a committee that you cannot practice, not unless or until you have that practicing certificate.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, in terms of that question. And like I said, it might lead us to defining what practice is.
We are left to that one. I was with you when you said that let me accommodate you in this context.
In the context of an advocate,
yes,
to practice as an advocate in a court of law, yes. You are not allowed to practice if you are not a certified.
Then we go back to Honorable Goretti's question. And Mary Goretti, Honorable, please just put it straight. Don't go far, because we have a lot of members here to accommodate.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm done. Maybe what I would say is that for you to open or even to start a group, I think you also need to register with the social services. That's a requirement. So that's why I was asking Judy, would this committee be wrong to say that you went ahead to collect data and to protect the same data without having registered with the data protection section? Shall we be wrong?
Thank you, Honorable Member. Thank you, Chair. For us to register with National Employment Authority, that's not a requirement. The requirement for you to be able to register with National Employment. And because data protection is still ongoing, they keep updating. Even like last week on Friday, they were coming up with how we are still doing. So it's a process continuous, but it's not a must when you are registering as a...
While you are there...
Order. Madam Judy. Madam Judy.
Yes, Chair.
And you don't have that, is it a license or a certificate to manage data on behalf of public? You don't have.
We don't have a certificate.
You don't have.
We don't have a certificate.
Then does it mean to say that you are not authorized to do so?
No, we were sent a message, not an email, saying that we need to protect the information that we have for our clients. And that's why we are standing on that. But for you to be compliant, we've not been issued with certificate. It's just being compliant to what they want. So you are not
compliant?
Thank you, Chair. Being compliant is a process. Because you cannot be a compliance today. It's a process. It takes you a process for you to be able to come to a compliance. So even for me to be given a license as National Employment Authority, I need to have gone through a process, because it's a process. It's not something that you go and just get it. They need to come and examine and see what you are doing, if you're putting things according to what they want. Thank you.
Maybe on the same chair. Have you applied to be a data processor, and that email that you are alluding that you are sent, can you say where it came from, and Can you share with us because you have it in your phone?
Yes.
Chair, I think the information have come from the
Yeah, and
directors.
I want to know the extent at which he will answer. You know, how do you want to help her in answering that? Because this question is administrative.
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable Chair and members. I'm not actually answering the question that has been asked to Judy. But my intervention...
Then help us.
Yes.
Because...
Yes.
Or do you... Are you suspecting that the question may not have been asked in accordance with the law?
Yes, I do, and strongly so. That the question, Honorable Chair and members, when we started this session, and I'm referring to the first session when we started, we have a summon that we are referring to, and that is the point of reference in the proceedings of this committee.
Through the chair.
Through the chair.
Yes, Honorable Anjui.
This is a house of inquiry. We may want to get each and everything that we ask because we are inquiring into the conduct of the first choice. You have no business to whatsoever not grant us what we like to have in our course of dispensation of justice.
Thank you so much, Counsel. In order of, in numerical order on the issues that we requested through the summon, we have noticed that we were not given information to the expectation of this committee. And now we really want to know why that information was not shared with us. And the reason, she's given us two reasons. One is that the number of members of public who were affected may have come from different counties and not the county in question. That is reason number one. Reason number two is the desire for her to comply with the Data Protection Act, which in her submission or in her statement, she has said that she has not even complied to that data. She has not received a certificate asking her to be compliant. Now, the question that Honorable Member, my Vice Chair, has asked a very simple question. That how far are you in reaching to that conclusion or in reaching that state that you have that certification? How far are you? Now, I wonder why you should be here bringing an injunction, or what we call it, in this. Because it's just a mere question, a mere administrative question. Where are you? How far have you gone? There is an email. She has said that there is an email she received asking her to protect data. From which body? And as a member of which body? Those are the questions that has been asked here. And for that I overrule you. Please, Madam, respond to that question.
When we got the email, we got it from ASMAC, that's Association for Skilled Migrant Workers, that we should protect the information of candidates that we are taking out of the country.
Maybe we can ask to switch off the mic. Switch off the mic. So.
Honorable members, please, when you have anything and everything to prosecute, you just ask through the chair, so that we'll be orderly. Proceed on, Madam Judy.
I'm saying we were given through the ASMAC, that's Association Skill for Migrant Workers. ASMAC. for skilled migrant workers.
Is it a government body?
No, it's a association for all the agents.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now,
Will you mind sharing that email to this committee? Because Honorable Njohi, through the chair, have just told your council that this is an investigation committee, inquiring committee. We are going even beyond what might have been put in a paper for us to satisfy the petitioner. Can we get that email?
If you give me more time, I will be able to submit.
You have your phone, you have a smartphone with you.
Yes,
What?
Vice Chair.
Yes, if you have it, we can print it for you. We are all IT qualified people.
I really want to accommodate you, but I'm getting worried on how far you should come in. Because when Madam Judy says that she has it in her phone, I think the best question we should have asked is that, do you intend to make that a public document? So that, or maybe the same data refuses that you do so.
Thank you, Chair. I love to console.
Chair.
Point of order, Chair.
Chair. Point of order.
Madam Sarah, I did.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Mheshimiwa Sarah Abdi. Now, if anything happens to these young children here, bright kids, is it going to be a secret as well? If anything happens to them there and they die, is it going to be a secret?
Thank
If you are telling
Honorable.
us about secret, is it going to be a secret? Their life is in danger. Is it going to be a secret? Thank you.
Honorable Rebecca.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My observation is the said first choice. Yes, I was waiting for you to finish with Madam. With my little observation, Mr. Chair, Wanjoy here just asked the legal officer, we are an inquiry team protected by the Constitution of Kenya to do petition, to listen to petitions from our residents, from the people we represent. But according to my observation, Mr. Chair, these first choice are very hostile. They don't want to share the information with the committee. And it's like they are above the law. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Gilbert Sato.
Thank you, Chair. I want to fertilize on what Honorable Member has actually said. First choice are very mean with information. That is what we wanted. We wanted information for us to prosecute this thing. But now, they are very mean. I believe the advocate is so protective to the client.
Honorable Maina
Washira. Thank you. Asante sana. Kwa hivyo ninashukuru kwa nafasi ambayo umenipatia. Ninaamini ya kwamba mambo ambayo tunayafanya hapa inafuatiliwa katika taifa letu la Kenya, wazazi wetu na watu wengi. Ndiposa nimesema mimi mwenyewe kama Mheshimiwa Washira nitumie lugha ya Kiswahili ili yule mama pale mashinani aweze kunipata. Nataka niulize maswali machache. Nimeona hapa kwa hii kijikaratasi ambayo umetupatia ukikuja katika nambari ya 3. Umesema ya kwamba a total number of candidates who were unsuccessful are 1,184. Bas, point number 1. So far we have refunded 199. Hawa ndio wamerejeshewa. Nambari ya 2 umesema ya kwamba wale ambao wamekataliwa 266. Ya tatu ni ya kwamba wale ambao wamebadilisha wao kutoenda katika mahali ambao walikuwa wanatakana kwenda ni 308. Wale ambao wanangojea kurejeshewa fedha zao 289. Wale ambao hawajaamua kufikia sasa warejeshewe, waende ama wafanye nini ni 122. Hapa chini umekuja na ukasema ya kwamba kuna wale ambao hawakuenda kwa sababu kulikuwa na shida katika visa vyao vya kusafiri. Wengine pasipoti zao hazikuwa tayari kwa wakati ambao mambo hayo yalikuwa yanaendelea. Na ya mwisho, wengine hawakufaulu kwenda kwa sababu ya shida ya matibabu. Nataka tu nikuulize kwa heshima na unyenyekevu, kwa sababu kila mmoja ako na haki ya kusikizwa na kuulizwa maswali. Kwa unyenyekevu, kupitia ile nafasi nimepewa, ningekuomba tu usimame kwa heshima na unyenyekevu. Naomba usimame. Kwa unyenyekevu ningeomba utazame hapa nyuma. Hapa nyuma. Ningeomba msimame tafadhali, ningeomba msimame, muangaliwe hawa wote.
Order, Mheshimiwa, I want to recognize the presence of our speaker, yes, who today chooses to be a public member.
Lakini ameketi chini yako amesimama.
It is also important,
yes,
for us to note that he is not a petitioner in this case.
True.
He is just an observer.
Asante.
Thank you.
Asante. Ningeomba tu usimame kwa heshima. Unaweza kuwatambua hawa? Kuna wale labda unaweza kuwatambua kwa njia moja ama nyingine? Ni swali tu rahisi kwa uzuri na unyenyekevu. Unaweza kuwatambua? Ningeomba uje katika microphone. Keti.
Siwezi watambua wote.
Kuna wale unawatambua?
Kuna wale unawatambua.
Okay, kwa heshima tu na unyenyekevu naweza kukuuliza kwa upole. Unaweza kunitajia wawili ambao unawatambua?
Ninaweza, Mheshimiwa.
Taja mmoja.
Lawrence Zuki.
Zuki ni nani?
Zuki alikuwa applicant wa Poland.
Kwa nini hajaenda?
Hakuenda kwa sababu alipata what we call visa refusal due to genuine intentions.
Pesa yake mmemrejeshea?
Cancel is due on 17th of February.
Mtamrejeshea?
Yes, of course.
Siku gani?
17th of February.
Asante.
Karibu.
Wa pili? Nataka tu nikuulize swali ambalo unaweza.
Wa pili ni Kevin Kimngetich.
Yes.
Kevin Kimngetich has not expressed its interest whether to cancel or to proceed. So it's among the undecided 122.
Kama huyo mnamfanyia nini? Mtu kama huyo.
We are still waiting for Kevin to proceed to our offices because we issue a communication on 28th of December that we are back in the office and the office are open. For 90 days, we are taking application for those who want to proceed for 2-year contract or change to other destination, or if they have intention, if the status has changed and they are no longer interested to go, they can cancel and follow the terms and conditions.
Asante. Hao wengine ambao hauwatambui na wamefanya kazi pamoja na wewe, wanaangukia upande gani?
Hao wenye siwatambui wakija kwa ofisi, because we issue a communication that we are open, they are able to come to offices and check, because once they are there, we are able to tell whether, and then we are able also, because it's a case by case, individual basis. So we are able to understand how far we had gone with that person, if the mistake was on our side or their side. We have options. We've gone for Poland, and the Poland have gone and negotiated with the company to give them loan on their behalf. And then we do a check-up while they start working. So we are having other plans on place to ensure that all those who are affected will get a chance to go out of the country for work if they're still interested.
Nauliza kabla nitamatishe. Wewe kwa sababu nimekuona si mtu mzee sana, miaka yako na yangu na wao inafanana. Unajihisi vipi katika taifa letu la Kenya na kaunti ya Uasin Gishu? Watu asubuhi ni Madam Judy, saa 8 ni Madam Judy, usiku ni Madam Judy. Unajihisi vipi? Kwa sababu wengine wanakulia na wengine hata wakiomba, labda wengine wanakuombea mambo mabaya ambaye naamini Mungu ndiye anajua, wewe na wao nani ndiye anasema ukweli. Mwisho kwa wao unaweza kusema nini?
Thank you so much, honorable member. Na kwanga natashwishi kuongea Kiswahili, but allow me to speak in English.
No,
thank you so much for that question. When you say how do you feel, I've touched lives in this Uasin Gishu. I've deployed more than 7,000, and if we do the percentage of Uasin Gishu, I believe that's a big number that have touched life positively. So when you have a mistake, it means that there's something going on. And every success should be a failure. If we fail and we were not able to achieve, it means that there's somewhere that we are learning. And we are now putting parameters in place to ensure that all the things come in place.
Order, Madam Judy.
Thank you, Chair.
What Honorable Ashira is asking you to take note is that these people, many of them, because when I see our Honorable Speaker, and he's a neutral person in this case, but many of them are petitioners. And these petitioners are not happy on how you've handled them. They're not happy. And they are not here as well to say that you failed to take us abroad. They are here to say that when it failed, you did not accommodate them in terms of settlement. So that what Honorable Ashira is asking you is that do you share the same sympathies with the people who seated at the gallery? I think it should end there, so that I don't want to. This is an inquiry committee. It's not a marketing. It's not a marketing space. So what I want you to restrict yourself to the question asked. Do you sympathize with the situation, both that you are in and that the membership or the petitioners are? Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti.
If you are not in a position to answer that, you just say you don't wish to answer. Then we proceed. You know.
Thank you, Chair. When you ask me that question, that I don't sympathize, and we know I've not explained myself. I've not said my story, what really happened, to a point whereby why we moved from where we were. And being sympathizing, I sent a message on 28 to all of them on a circular that within 90 days we are open and we are taking the request for those who want to proceed and those who want to cancel. On the members that they petition, when you talk of these members, the petitioners are not happy. All those petitioners, I've met them. We've sent a message, even on one-to-one personal, individual message, that please, you've not made a decision. Are you still interested to proceed or you want to cancel? They've never got back to us.
Now, the same people you've reached them individually. Does it include the same list we requested you to give us and you failed to give us?
Yes, it includes.
Thank you.
Maybe nikiendeleza swali lile.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti.
Kabla tujaenda kwa mwingine, ulisema unajua Nzuki. Na kwa sababu pesa hizi ziko katika kaunti yako, sababu ya kumpa post-dated check ilikuwa nini? Na uko na pesa na ameshaashiria kwamba angetaka kumaliza contract yake na uko na pesa. Sababu ya kumpa post-dated ilikuwa nini?
Thank you, Chair. Before you register with our officers, we have terms and conditions. When you come to officers, before you pay, we give you terms and conditions. And our terms is, if you register with us and you choose to cancel, it takes 90 days for refund. And when it failed, it was
Chair,
not a failure from our end.
Point of order.
What is it, Honorable Wanjohi?
Where are the terms and order? Where is the MOU? Should the person keep on referring documents which we have, which is not in our disposal? Where are they?
Terms and conditions for?
The terms and conditions that you're mentioning. Where is the MOU?
You have them?
Point of order, Chair.
Let that question be answered. Honorable Wanjohi have asked to know whether what you are referring, you have it, and those students or those applicants were aware of them. Do you have them?
Yes, I do. I'm looking for it.
Yes, Counsel.
Chair, first of all, allow me to register our concern with, of course, the fact that we've sought audience with the chair in terms of interventions that we've made. I believe, Chair, we need to, as much as we are saying, yes, these proceedings are inquisitorial in nature, we don't want to comply with rules, we don't want to move in any direction, any particular direction, but I believe at the end of it all, Honorable Chair, we are in a house that is a creature of our Constitution. The right to be heard is very fundamental and protected under our Bill of Rights. The right to appear with your counsel.
I hope you're taking at most 2 minutes.
Yes.
Thank
The
you.
right to be represented by an advocate is protected under our Constitution. We are at a point that my client is being denied counsel from her advocate. You will note, Chair, that where I am seated, I'm not able to talk with my client. Where I am seated, I'm not being allowed to be able to raise the concerns. But more importantly, Honorable Chair, these proceedings are sacrosanct from where we stand from. It could be different from where someone else stands, but they are very sacrosanct. It will be referred to in many other fora. To try someone through ambush. My client now is being asked, where is this document? You are telling us about this document. We needed this document to have been supplied. But when we go back to the summons, Honorable Chair, those documents were not asked for. But more importantly, Chair, everyone has a right to be informed of the issues they are supposed to respond to before they are given the chance to respond to. Yes, of course, we believe this House has its own rules. We respect it. The House can choose to take any direction they want to take. But at the end of the day, there will be a day of reckoning when we will ask ourselves, did we comply? My client has responded to the questions, but then she's been taken to follow-up questions that are leading us to totally things that are out of the summons and the petition before us. Right now, my client has been subjected to a mob justice.
Point of order, Chair.
Yes? Something that
Point of order,
these
Chair.
proceedings ought not to have taken the direction.
Point of
To
order,
ask
Chair.
someone that face people and start responding to them is not anything that would have been fair to any
While the mouth is
person.
still yours, legal
Yes.
counsel.
Thank you.
Are you aware you are the one who have invited this because you have advised her to conceal information to this committee such that we can't follow what we are supposed to have?
Order, honorable members, order. The document on the terms and conditions, that document in our summon, we did not request to have. So that one, I rule that we did not request to have, but I saw Madam Judy busy wanting to help this committee with that document. Madam Judy, do you have that document, and would you wish to share with us if you have?
I came with the cancellation form from Suki, and the terms, I think, in the office. We can always get it because it's signed.
You don't have.
I don't have the terms, but I have the
Thank you so much.
cancellation.
Oh, that document, would you wish to share it with us?
Yes.
Sergeant Atta. Thank you so much. Honorable members.
She should not refer.
I don't want you to go back to, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. As per the report that Judy gave us, Chair, she said, as per your letter, there were no candidates who applied for further studies in the named countries, Poland, Finland, Britain, and Qatar. And she has just told us, what was the name of the boy? Nzuki was supposed to go out for further studies. And here she is saying there was none to go for any further studies. Can she substantiate that kindly?
Thank you, Chair.
If I may package that well, On the onset, you said that you procure work. And here we have one Nzuki, whom in your documents was interested with learning. And you visited him so much. And his intention abroad was to pursue learning, education. What would you want to say about that?
Thank you, Chair. Fonsuki wasn't going for further studies. He was going for work. Thank you. And I have the work permit with me. And he can even say before this house that he was going for work.
Now that we have Mr. Nsuki here, would you allow us to ask Nzuki to write to this committee his submissions on that?
Yes, sure, you can proceed and write, because on application that we submit before the Polish embassy was for work. And even the visa refusal was for work. So I don't find any hidden agenda if you can write it out, because what we had proceeded and even what we submitted at the embassy was for work. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Mary Goretti.
Maybe through that, Chair, kindly tell us how much did Mr. Nsuki pay for him to go and work in Poland? How much was he required to pay? And what was that payment for?
Thank you, Chair. I already submitted a list of the details of the candidate that they requested for the information, and I already indicated how much he had paid. Kindly refer to the document I given out.
Kindly,
and on that,
because you have the same document, tell us.
And on that, I'm proceeding.
Tell us how much he was to pay and what was it for. Kindly.
I'm proceeding. Thank you. On that, they were paying for all for work permits, tickets, visa, and service charge. Thank you.
Chair, I have some questions. Madam Judy, please, I hope you have a pen and a paper. Your brothers and sisters at the gallery and wherever they are, they said that they believed in you because of the launch that took place at Tax Center, and you invited them who is who, starting with the then governor, Jackson Mandago, business man by the name DL, and the CS then and now, CS Bwana Chelugui. Can you tell this committee who among these, the three, CS Chelugui, DL businessman, Governor Mandago, and currently the senator, do they have any shareholding or shareholders in your company? Because you invited them in your launch. 2,
order, Chair. The Chair.
Order, Mary
Point
Goretti.
of order, kindly.
Order, Mary Goretti. Our Vice Chair is yet to conclude in his questioning. So please allow him to proceed.
I would like to hear about those 3 names. The second question, do you know a staff by the name Matthew Kemboy in your institution? And if you know him, what is his role? The time you are calling the applicant to counsel, what roles have you assigned him? Because there are allegations that he's mugging them with inside a car. There are 2 who have police case because he's acting like a bouncer. Even there is one whose teeth was removed. Is it procedural? Is it right? These are people who came willingly in your office, gave you their documents, believed in you that you are going to take them to Qatar. But when they are asking their money, there is one man by the name Matthew Kemboy that you are using to intimidate them. Will we be right to give recommendation for further action on the same? 3, what is the relation between you and the police officer, especially the DCIO office? Because these young men, when they are trying to fight for their rights, in every office they are trying to go, in fact, they are finding you, they are being told, can you negotiate with Madam Judy? Can you exonerate yourself? Is it true? Because we have a young man by the same Sami Boiwo, who up to date, he has not been given back either his 5,000 being cash bail or his case has not been taken to court. Because when he was supposed to go to court, he found you in that office and he was instructed to negotiate with you. What were you negotiating with? Somebody who feels aggrieved and he's taking you to the next level. What is your relationship with the police officers of Wasingishu Police, Central Police Station? Finally, these young men and women, our brothers and sisters, wengine waliuziwa mashamba na familia zao ndio walete pesa kwako. Wengine waliuza pikipiki. Hata kukakuwa na mmoja anaitwa Mark Yegon. Alifuta kazi na akapeleka familia yake Kericho. Na ili hali hapa tunataka kusema tunasaidia watoto wetu. Je, hebu jitoe katika mzigo huu. Walikuwa na kuwekelea kwa sababu wengine hawa viongozi waliingia katika michango ile kuchangia watoto waweze kwenda kupata ajira. Leo hii hakuna ajira. Wanapewa post-dated checks. Utasema nini kwa kamati hili? Kwa sababu jambo hili limekuwa kero kwa wazazi, kwa watoto, na wewe uko hapa leo kuambia Kenya nzima kwamba mambo yote ni sawa. Asante mwenyekiti.
Thank you so much. Order members. Madam Judy, the questions as asked by my able vice chair. I don't want to lead you in how you should answer. But where you are not comfortable, please decline. But I will pick the two. That are these distinguished great people of Uasin Gishu. That is former Governor Honorable Mandago, the CS Chelugui, and the business mogul, Mr. DL. You can just respond to that. Are they shareholders to your organization? Number two, the said man it's Matthew Kemboy. Is he a member of your staff? And if he is a member of your staff, what roles does he do in your organization? And as the rest, you will be free or you will be at liberty to respond. Thank you.
Point of order.
What is it, Honorable?
Nikuulize tu kwa heshima na unyenyekevu. Sijui iko sawa kwa wewe kumueleza Madam Judy jinsi ya vile atajibu, ikiwa ngumu awache ama hiyo ni yake. Kwa sababu kuna mambo naona umemuelekeza kama mwenyekiti. Sijui tuko sawa ama umeteleza. Asante.
Those are my directions. Please proceed.
Point of order, Chair.
Order. What the question has been directed to Madam Judy. To the extent of the questions that I have reframed, if you can and if you are able to respond to that, then we are good to go.
Thank you, Chair. I will just to respond to two, and then I'll leave my legal counsel to respond to the rest. When you talk of Mark Yegon, that he sent the family to the village, and he was not able to be deployed.
Point of order. What number do you refuse to answer? And just know anything that you refuse to answer will be taken. It's upon your own detriment.
Honorable Anjohi, I helped Madam Judy in reframing the question so that the questions, because all the questions are directed through the chair, so I did reframe to suit this committee. And so that you don't need to go back to where my Honorable Vice Chair was, you just come to where I directed the question to be. And for the questions that you would want the council to help you, I will ask him to restrain himself to a minute in responding to that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I can give my counsel to respond. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I hope you are limited to guiding us on the legal aspect.
Yes.
But I thought you would let her answer the questions as asked.
The legal intervention that I would want to make, Honorable Chair, would even guide in, before she responds to the questions. And I'm raising this concern, and I hope it gets on record that we have raised this concern. The questions that have been asked by the Honorable Vice Chair, we find it...
Order.
Yes.
I have owned the question. Now, the question was asked by the chair. Do you have any problem with how I asked my question?
Probably you can reframe the question for us so that we can respond.
Point of order, Honorable Chair. Point of order.
What is it, Honorable?
I think it is clear in our standing orders. And precisely, when a member or any person in the committee misbehave or unruly or not following the law, the chairman, you have a discretion. And I find the legal person here very disturbing, very dishonest, not genuine. He should be fired in this assembly.
Order. I'm happy to take note that that is within the discretion of the chair, and I will rule so when I see it fit to do so. Madam Judy, the question was, Honorable Mandago, former governor, Honorable Chelugui, CS, and distinguished businessman, Wanadiel, are they, do they have shares in your company? That is question number one. And that is a yes or no answer. Perhaps I want to help him now that I've wanted the question. Question number two was about this man called Matthew Kemboy. Is he your employee? And if he is your employee, what does he do? And then there were some questions as asked by my honorable chair, but I asked you that you may choose not to answer, if you so wish. Thank you. Yes, what is it?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for that clarification. And now we are on the same page in terms of the questions.
Thank you so much. So you can answer that.
Thank you, Chair. There are no shareholders in my company. Number two, Matthew Kimbo is my employee.
And the other question? What does he do? What role have you given him?
Matthew Kimbo is a security in the company.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Would you wish to proceed on answering his questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, honorable members, Honorable Yego Tarakwa Ward.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to ask, the laws of this country allows picketing. And I don't know whether the director is aware that some youth who are trying to air their issues were arrested, and it is in record that one day you went to a radio station, you explained yourself, and you mentioned that those who were arrested were goons. And you went to an extent that those who were arrested were paid. Then we were asking, who paid? Are you aware of those who were paid? And who paid them? Because these are youth, and I don't know whether they are your clients, and I don't know whether you have that information that these youth were arrested. And that one takes us to the question that the Vice Chair asked. Your working relationship with the security here in Uasin Gishu. I don't know whether you can explain to us to what extent were these the youth were arrested, and how were they handled, if you can reveal to us. There is one, Lamek Kogo, who was arrested, and I don't know whether you are aware of him, if he's your client. If not, how is he related to your company? Kindly provide us with that information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Yego. And yeah, please respond to Honorable Yego's. You know, before she says that she cannot do it, why are you raising your hand?
Chair.
Okay, I give you that.
Thank you, Chair. I'll raise my hand when I need to interject, and at least to be able to protect. Because the reason as to why I'm here, there was an option for my client to just walk here by herself. There was that option. But she chose the option of coming with a counsel. And as counsel, sometimes we even protect our own clients against themselves. You may step onto the wrong hands of the law without knowing sometimes. And that is why you need a legal counsel. What my intervention that I want to make, Honorable Chair, is that we have a someone that has called us to this house. There are issues that we were informed that we need to come and respond. But right now, we are no longer within the summon. For some reason,
Order, council.
Chair.
Order, council.
Chair.
Order, council.
Chair.
Chair.
Order members. Council. The summons that were extended to your client was to give us the basis of arguing out this petition. It was the basis for us to proceed on with this petition. When we ask you to give us the number of Kenyans who were supposed to go, who did not go, those who were paid, those who were not paid, those summons were to help us address what we are doing now. You remember, you confined yourself to the 14. And we are dealing with Kenyans of goodwill who have petitioned this house against Firstchoice. And there are many. And this is where we are. When questions are asked to the director, there are questions generally that rotates within her administrative functions. Like question like, what relationship do you have with the Kenya police? Even me, I have a special relationship with Kenya police. They are supposed to protect me. If she says that, we are okay. If she says that one DCI by then I don't know which name. If she says that she's her boyfriend, that is enough. Or maybe she's a personal aide. That is enough. You know, she's a Kenyan and she's entitled to the same security I'm enjoying as the chair of this committee. So that honorable members here, when they're asking these questions, they are not asking these questions out of their own. These are questions that have been prosecuted here in this house. The petitioners were here. The petitioners gave us all those information, and that is why we are looking on a way to address those issues. Unfortunately, she is the only one to handle us. She's here. She has been summoned. She is here to answer the questions to the best of her knowledge. Actually, all the questions that these members are asking are to the best of her knowledge. Now, why you are here is to protect all of us, and more so her, in where you feel that this house may be contravening with the prerequisite law.
On the same note, Chair.
Order. I'm not done. Legal counsel. I have also reiterated here by asking her that whenever you feel that you don't need to answer, don't do it. And you know, we are helping. This committee is established here. We've asked her to come here so that through this she can clear her name. But you want us to be stuck here. Let me hold it there.
Yes, Chair.
Honorable Yego. And
yeah,
please let me accommodate Honorable Yego in that sequence. Honorable Yego, Honorable Sarah, I did, and Honorable Iganjo. But I'm limiting you to 1 minute each.
Chair, I think we are in the situation that we are now just because of director and the council surely not giving us the information that we want to get. We are in that situation. We are trying to get the information that we need, but you are trying to conceal everything. Two, I don't know, because I want to think and I want to look at it that the council, could you be one of the directors?
Boyego, Honorable Sarah, I did.
Thank you, Chair. This one goes to the council. Suppose your son or your daughter was among these students here. What could you have done? That is number one. My number two is, you know, the game has changed from study to jobs. And when I look at them, I look at bright children who want to study from poor backgrounds. Some of them were born at home, never saw the hospital. Mothers struggled just to pay that fee you have asked for, just to change their lives. Now tell me, if you had a sister or a brother there, this happens to them, what could you have done? My third question is, Madam.
Honorable Sarah, you are addressing that question to Judy.
The council was one.
No.
Oh, okay. I withdraw, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. My second question is, all these students are ours. We don't say they belong to one person. We want bright children to have bright future. When you say jobs, security jobs, did you tell the parents that your kids are going to get this job and this are what they are going to earn is this, so that they can see the difference between there in Qatar and here in Kenya? Did you share that information with the parents? Did you inform them? Because these same parents had a future for these kids, thinking that these kids are going to change their lives. That's why they agreed their kids to go. No one wants to take their kids to a different places, especially knowing in the Arab countries how they treat their kids, their workers. I won't allow my daughter to go to Qatar to go and work for somebody, knowing something will happen tomorrow. did you share with the parents? Did you tell your kids are going for jobs and this is what they are going to get? Agree or not? If they agree, well and good. If they don't agree, there are jobs here. When I look at them, I don't see securities here.
Thank
That is my
you,
point.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
Honorable Sarah. Honorable Wanjohi.
First of all, through the chair, I had some set of questions, but first of all, for purposes of guidance to this house, let the council and the person on stand know that a petition was deposited to this house, and as such, a prima facie case was given to us that has to go on record to them, so that when they answering, they should know that any question they refuse to answer, it will be upon their own detriment. Two, as I clearly stated, that this is an inquiry house. We are asking all for the purpose of bringing justice, both for your client and for the petitioners. So wherever we ask questions that were not asked formally through the summons, just accommodate us, because this is an inquiry house. Three, I do understand and I do appreciate that the petition was served unto the respondent, and for example, the legal counsel, for example, when you now give us a document where you say a total number of 189 were deployed to European Security Service, you give a lot of information without backing them with the evidence that we need. That again, you should know that it's not what we expected from you, and anything given to us without any documentation backing that, it will be also not good for you. Therefore, that was for guidance purposes. Therefore, Chair, if I'm allowed to ask my question, I don't know if I can proceed.
Honorable Anjoi and all the honorable members who've asked questions, starting with Honorable Iego, asking whether the council here is, that one, I rule that it is not in order. Honorable Anjoi, what is your question?
First, we have seen that there are a lot of applicants, numerous, according to them, numerous number of applicants were refunded. My question is, how much did you refund to them? What was what did you apply? What specific method did you apply to refund them? Because I can see, maybe for example, one Juki, the amount that the person deposited to you is not actually the amount that the person was refunded. Two, the checks being refunded here are post-dated checks. What was the reason behind those post-dating of checks? I believe that you took cash, you took the money by cash. So it will be very justifiable and reasonable enough for you to have given them checks that actually mature on the same day. Three, there are a number of people who cancelled but have not been refunded, and they are quite numerous. What could be the reason as to that effect?
Thank you so much, Honorable Anjoi. I want to recognize the presence of our Majority Leader, Honorable Sang, and our Deputy Speaker, Honorable Sarah Malel. Perhaps I would let Honorable Sang address this committee, and together with Honorable Malel, as we proceed. Thank you. Honorable Anjoi, please switch off the mic.
Thank you, Chair. I don't know if the member had finished answer. Have you finished? Thank you. So, Chair, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I intend to draw the attention of the legal counsel to the person in the stand. I've heard him referring to pieces of legislation in the effect that they cannot provide certain information to the committee. But Chair, I would wish to draw to his attention that also the same law provides.
Order, Majority Leader. I'm proposing that we go for a 5-minute health break.
Chair, would you allow me to finish so that we can break for...
Thank you. Lungi. Honorable members, I will let Honorable Majority Leader to address this so that we proceed for a health break of 5 minutes. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chair.
Majority Leader, you're done? Yeah, honorable members, we are adjourning for 5 minutes, health break, and then we'll be back. Thank you.